Is going on, folks? Will Turbot here, aka L. Ron Hubbard. Fake Mike, real news. No bounce on this floor, bitches. Guys, share the video. Welcome. We're joined once again by Britain Audits. We're going to be joined by the whole gang here very soon. So share the video. And I wanted to start off with Bear because Bear, if you're not already subscribed to Britain Audits, if you like my content, you're going to love Britain Audits content. This guy has been doing some really interesting videos lately. Bear, can you tell us about the videos you've been doing lately? Because they're freaking crazy.
Okay, so we've been covering a bit of Scientology. I really just covered that really because I haven't seen any auditors in the UK cover that subject or anything to do with Scientology. So we've done that recently, and we've got some more stuff to come. And then I kind of stumbled across. I was out auditing, right, and I was on my way to audit a prison. And as I was on my way to this prison, the sat nav said, "Turn right. It's 2 minutes quicker." So we're like, right, let's go down this little country road. And as we went down there, we come across a little protest. There was a group, I believe, called Palestine Action, and they are protesting outside a company called UAV Engines, and they actually manufacture and produce the motors for Elbit drones. If anyone's never heard of Elbit before, they're a company that provide military homeland defense weaponry. Their actual name is Elbit Systems UK Limited. And the funny thing is, when you look into these guys, they're actually owned by what looks like Israelis. So I found that quite interesting in itself. So yeah, I've been down there covering some of that. The security there are kind of quite ruthless. They're not like any security I've seen in the 15 months that I've been running my channel. They looked all kind of very much ex-military trained. So yeah, I've just been covering that, mate. Getting to do some interviews with some of the protesters, covering what the police have been doing and things. I did one night go down there recently, and I actually, within 20 minutes of being there, I caught a couple of security guards pulling down their banners in the night and actually tampering with their camp and stealing food from their camp. So yeah, it's been pretty eventful recently. There's been some good videos coming out, and I hope to keep bringing good videos out for everybody to watch, you know. So big things to come, hopefully, with the channel.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna take a minute and put Bear's should already be up on screen. Weird. Hold on. Oh, I didn't hit share screen yet. So hang on one sec, and we'll put it up on screen. It's also gonna be in the description as well too. Tell me about this, guys. Let's see if this works. What is up, Mrs. J? Come join us, please. Brandon, it's always good to see you. Justin, hang on one sec backstage. I'll grab you there. It doesn't. Everyone goes up to eyes on the audit. What up, Tuki? Twyla, Greg, Erica, Cuts, Angel, live and direct on the air. All right, so I'm going to put this link in the description right here. It's Britain Audits. Let's get Britain Audits to over 20,000 subscribers as quickly as we possibly can. Let me just edit this in the description here, and we'll put that in there. And while I'm doing that, Grim, welcome to the show, Grim. It's been a while.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's been a while here, Grim. So for all the newbies out there, because we are getting some new people, luckily, all the time, tell everybody about Grim and what Grim's doing.
Well, I'm doing a lot of lives, jumping onto panels and a few other things. But on a Friday, we have a live show on YouTube. And this week, I get to grill Bear. Literally, hopefully. There's a few
Let's hope
surprises I've got for him. Nah, I wouldn't do that to him. He knows what I'm like. I'm going to be releasing an old video of his tomorrow, and then I'm going to be discussing it with him on Friday. And he's going to sort of hopefully give us an insight into what he's been doing over the last 12 months or so. Not just the new stuff, but some of the older stuff. And we can review his older videos in regards to that, and hopefully get some people up on the panel to discuss it and to tell him where he's going right, where he's going wrong, and be constructive.
Hey.
Well, that's good, man. And tell people about your radio show and what you guys cover over there.
Well, with the radio show, it's 24-hour music, 7 days a week at the moment.
There we go.
We've been concentrating on other avenues at the moment to let people know about the terms of service on YouTube and how strict it can be. So we're looking at alternatives so that we can have proper conversations without the fear of being told off, shall we say. And also play music as well. I do like interacting with a bit of music, but you can't do that on YouTube because they've got this thing called copyright.
But luckily, there's a way around that we've had developed. Now, I'm going to put on screen and in the comments. We're going to get to Justin G, who is he's verified on Twitter. He's a very famous influencer. He's been spreading awareness about his disability. He is literally the top person in the world, an influencer in the world, talking about this. And then, of course, we have Melos here. But before we get to these guys, just quickly, I need you to I just put it in the chat. I'm going to put it on screen. I'm going to update the description right here. We're going to take a minute or two while I talk to the chat here. And everybody, I need you guys to go over and subscribe to Grim Reaper Radio Show. We need to get him over 1,000 right now, like literally this minute. So if you guys could please open another tab right now. If you could open another tab right now. The link, I just put it in the chat. I'm also going to update it in the description here. And so hang tight. It's on screen, Grim Reaper Radio Show. So right now, let's see, what does it say? 4:14. So I'm going to refresh this in a minute or two. I want way more than that. I'm putting the link in. I just put in the chat. It's also in the description. If there's any moderator, if you could do that too, would be helpful. And so you're going to see Grim Reaper Radio is going to be the top link. And then under that, you're going to have Britain Audits. So it's updated right about now. Yes, we're on Telegram. BitChute is kind of like a right-wing echo chamber, but we have another platform. It's called SYOP, SYOP.TV, and it's our own thing that Nick created. And while Nick's here, Nick, why don't you talk about SYOP.TV for a little bit? And after you're done talking, we're going to go ahead and refresh the Grim Reapers radio show. So everybody, while Nick is explaining SYOP.TV, please open a new channel, a new tab, and subscribe to Grim Reaper Radio. Give me a comment here when you've done it, please. Thank you.
It's basically it's an alternative of YouTube. It's like there's no censorship whatsoever. Actually, Melos is a little bit more able to explain more, right?
Basically, it runs on a peer-to-peer platform. It's a new innovative script, I think, and it's I don't know. I'm kind of excited to work with it. We're temporarily disabled this sign up, so you won't be able to sign up at the moment. But if you do wish to sign up to it and you're a content creator, just contact Will or one of the other content creators here, and we'll get you set up. It's not a problem. But it's still new, it's still in the beta phase, and we've still got a lot of ideas that we need to that we're planning on building on top of it.
Right.
And I'm gonna take 1 second here to pop in, and then we're gonna get to Justin. Thank you, Greg, for subscribing. Thank you, Jayco Kansas City, for subscribing already. UK Transparency, welcome. Thank you to everyone that's already subscribed. Leave me a comment when you've subscribed. The great part about CashApp.tv, and we're gonna go back to Grim Reaper Radio Show, but I want to put this up on screen too, because not only am I there, but so is Grim, so is Mrs. J, so is Bear, all these guys over there. So what's really cool is there's just certain stuff that you can't talk about from YouTube. But over here, if I want to listen to music, if I want to watch a documentary with you guys and pause it, if copyright doesn't exist over here. So this is a really cool channel, and I'm just going to go into my library. So it's syop.tv. The link is already in the description, syop.tv. And I just want to highlight this video right here that I did. I'm not going to say anything about this video. Oops, my account, my video, sorry. This video right here is a spicy ass video that I've never released on YouTube. And you'll notice I'm wearing a suit in it, so it's old. It's like 10 years old, but the information is still true. The information is still very valuable. I would love you guys to go over and check out this video. We got 75 views on this one, which is pretty good. Only 7 views on this video here. So go to syop.tv, check out my channel. My channel links are in the description. And let's check out this video, because it's very important. It's also something that's popped up again in the news as well. So Justin, thank you for your patience, man. It's been a while since we've been able to have a little Chattanooga.
Yeah, chat, right?
What's been going on? Well, first of all, let's yeah, it's been a long time. I've been going through stuff. You've been going through stuff.
Same. I've been going through a lot. I mean, it's been
well,
it's been a
introduce
crazy
yourself.
week. So I'm
Man, it's been a
Justin.
crazy.
So I'm Justin. So I spread awareness for 22Q. I'm verified on Twitter. And trying to get verified on other socials, but they keep denying me. But that's okay, because I'm the guy that just doesn't want to give up on my dream. But I keep grinding. I keep going. I keep, because those people that work at all of these platforms, they don't know what they're doing with themselves. All right, I'm just pointing it out there. But I wanted to say to you all, I am almost at one. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm almost at 1,000 subs on YouTube. So I look today and I'm like, after a long time of posting videos at 22Q, I'm actually almost at 1,000 subs, which is crazy. Crazy. I think I have like 20 more to go, 30 more before I reach 1,000, which is insane. Freaking insane.
Okay. Justin, send me the link again to your YouTube channel, either in private message here or on Facebook, and I'll put it up.
Put it in the private chat, bro. Put it in the private chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you in Messenger.
Okay, cool. And I'll put it up here, and I'll put it in the description too. It's going to be Grim Reaper Radio Show, then Justin G, then Bear, Britain Audits, the way we have it. I need you guys to subscribe to all these channels. We're making our own economy, our own community here. Now, Justin, before I throw it to everybody else and open up this panel a little bit more, please tell the audience what 22Q is.
So 22Q is a 20-second missing piece of a chromosome. It affects my heart and learning and speech and a lot of that stuff. And online, I've gotten bullied about the way I look or whatever like that. And I've gotten bullied and I mean to see that happen, I mean it's a hate crime. I mean I know you guys are from all different other countries and whatnot, so I don't know how that works. But I know here in America that's a crime, and people do not do anything about it. And I'm being truthful. They do nothing. They don't want to do nothing about it. And I think that's something that needs, because I've seen viral videos of people with special needs getting bullied at school or whatever, and it breaks my heart to see that, because I have one too. So it breaks my heart to see that, and people need to like do more. And I don't know but I'm so much, like on Twitter I have almost 30,000 K followers, so I'm going big. I'm getting there. So I'm really honestly, proud of myself for how far I've came. And, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can. If you just type in my name, it's going to pop up automatically because I'm verified. So I know Fake Mike follows me on Twitter.
All right, so Justin, I'm going to put your
Respect, bro.
Yes, I do. Yeah, you got a Yankees hat on. At least it's a snapback. Well, is that a snapback? I don't know.
Yes,
it's
it is.
Strapback. I don't know.
Yes.
We're gonna get you a snapback.
Yes, it is.
Good.
It is.
Okay, good. Backwards hat.
Snapback, baby.
Stuff. I got mine off there, so Jesus.
Hey.
All right,
Let's go.
There we are. Oops. So, all right. Look, we're gonna go check back. Let's check back on screen with Graham. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. So I'm checking in on Grim Reaper Radio Show. Let's see how many subs. We started with 414. How many do we have now? His link is the top link in the description. Please open another tab this instant and go subscribe to Grim Reaper. Also send him a comment on his channel. Say, hey, Fake Mike sent me. That helps him. And it also will get him over this edge here. So I'm refreshing his page while we do that. And let's see where we got Graham. Also put Justin's channel links in the comments on screen as well. Two. Where could we go from here? Because there's so much that we could talk about. And again, anyone that's new here, there's certain sensitive things that we're just not going to mention here, but
I mean,
what else should we discuss right here? All right, so Grim is now up to 423 subscribers. That's good. We've got 9. That's good. So let's get a few more subscribers here for Grim. I'm going to take a moment here. Go to Grim Reaper Radio. It's the top.
Thank you very much.
And then I'm gonna let's get Grim up there. Let's get him over 500. Let's get him over 10,000.
Ooh.
Now, one of the things which we're able to do on the website is to highlight people and to give them their own blog page, so which will help advertise the links, etc. So, Justin, if you want to contact me sometime via Mike, we can sort something out. I'll put just need, if possible, a couple of photos and links to what you do, and I can install them, and then as people come in, they can see it. You'll have your own blog page. If you do something which is special and you want it updating, just let me know. We can put it out there for you.
That's
awesome. The beauty of having a website which is open to everybody and without any restrictions. So please, by all means, just contact us via Will, and if you've got got Justin's email, if you let me have it sometime, I can communicate that way. But no, not a problem.
Yeah, and that's just to give people a heads up. That's what we've been doing behind the scenes for few weeks now, for longer than a few weeks. All the people here, except for Justin, because Justin's a busy influencer celebrity, he's too hot and cute to be hanging out with us. But we've been working on. Yeah, we love Justin here. Justin's a good friend of the show, and it is tough to get him on. So I'm very glad that we are. Shout out to Disambiguation, 144
camera fell again.
The main pimp right there. So here's on screen is Justin's channel, and I'm also going to put this in the description. Please share this video with everyone. I'm going to get into a little bit of news in a sec, but I really want everyone to subscribe to these channels because we're building our own community. So this is Justin G970. I'm also going to put him in the description. So in the description right now, as we speak, the first channel is Grim Reaper. Second channel is Justin. Third channel is Britain Audits. And I want you to subscribe to all of these channels and leave them a comment. Hey, Fake Mike sent you. So that's been updated right now. So you can find Justin's link in this thing. What we'll do right now.
Let's go.
And so he's at 970. So we're going to try to get him to 1,000 by the end of the stream. So let's get Justin G to 1,000 right now before the screen ends. And we'll do that. All right. So while we do that, I'm going to pull up some news because there's some news I've been waiting to cover, haven't had a chance to cover, and I think it's important to bring up with this panel because this panel is full of actually good-looking influencers and very wise people. So this is I appreciate you guys. Please go over to Bear, to Grim, to Justin, share this video. If you're just wondering because someone just shared this video with you, first of all, welcome. Second of all, what are we about? Well, we're about nonviolence. We're nonpartisan. And we keep an open but skeptical mind, use the Socratic method. And we're trying to create a more altruistic world through nonviolence. So let's skim some of this news here. And my apologies for my computer being a little slow. Let me close one more of these tabs. Take a look at this, guys. With this hurricane's big news and all my friends and people down in let's start off with this, bro. This and I'll open it up to the chat. We have Biden here approves 1.1 billion more in military aid to Russia. They already sent them over $1 billion to Ukraine. Russia denies Nord Stream sabotage allegations. So let's talk about this Russia-Ukraine conflict. And then one thing I'll say before I open up to the chat is I think it's ridiculous that the United States is sending weapons and money to Ukraine. Meanwhile, here in the United States, we have places like Memphis, places like Detroit, places like Flint, Michigan, where they don't have anything. They don't have clean water. The places are crap. And instead of sending money and weapons to us, where we have the Second Amendment, they're taking money from us. They're taking weapons from us and giving billions of dollars to other people and giving them weapons. So, guys, what are your thoughts on Russia, Ukraine, and this whole situation we have here with the military-industrial complex? And I know Bear has been auditing not just Scientology, but the military-industrial complex as well. But what do you folks think about that?
That's just a manufactured war anyway. I don't even like to call that between Russia and Ukraine a war, you know. I call it more just a conflict. I have my reservations about that, to be honest.
Personally, I just think it's a diversion. And it's an excuse to put the prices up. Because let's face it, gas prices, electricity prices in the UK have gone up well over 300% recently. And now the government are trying to backtrack in the same way that you've got the same thing over in America. Will, you've got your president donating money to this, that, and the other, and trying to turn around and say, "Oh, it's okay. There's no issues. I know what I'm doing," which is highly questionable.
Very questionable. And also to Bear's point, I do think that all wars are bankers' wars, right? Because the people in Ukraine don't want a war. The people in Russia don't want a war. Maybe not even the people at the top. Maybe Vladimir Putin, who's a young leader for the World Economic Forum and also hanging out with all these Israeli, Chinese people. And also, everyone says, oh, Putin was kicking out the banksters. He kicked out the oligarchs. Well, one of the oligarchs that he left was the Rothschilds. You guys can go look up right now. Rothschilds are still operating in Russia. So if he kicked out the oligarchs, he just made the Rothschilds even richer. And shame on all those truthers out there that said, oh yeah, don't worry, it's a quick strike. Russia's only going there to kill the biolabs, and it's going to be in and out. This is deep state shit. Shame on you. If you guys said that, you're gonna have to recant and apologize. So let's go to the next piece here. Food Toy, Mrs. J, I don't know why you're not in this live with us, because part of the reason we're doing this here is because immediately afterwards is Food Toy, Theo and Mrs. J are going to be doing a little video. Mellows, can you talk to us about what you're going to be doing with Mrs. J in 1 hour?
No.
Okay.
I think we plan on examining
This hurricane, right?
No, the NASA satellite that crashed with the asteroid. So we're going to look at that. We've got some video to show, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. State of the art.
That's over at 10 o'clock, right? In an hour over on Mrs. J's.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna put up
I look
after
forward
we
to
do
that.
the news, and at the end of this video, in 1 hour, I'm gonna put up the top link will replace Grim Reaper only for that. But if you're just joining, share this video. Links to Grim Reaper Radio Show, top in the description. Justin G's in there. Bear Britain Audits. I need you guys to subscribe to all of these channels right now. We do not have the link yet. That's going to be an hour, so stay tuned, and we're going to funnel you guys over there. And I honestly will be tuned in for that one because I'm super. I mean, let's take a second. Well, you know, we're gonna save that talk. I'm going to save that talk. Because I'm going to throw some questions in the chat over on Mrs. J's live stream because this is a fascinating subject. All right. First of all, NASA, and here's Mrs. J. Great. All right, so we can. All right, Mrs. J. So yeah, let's get to what you were talking about here, sister.
What we're doing is talking about the amazing rockets that went into the asteroid 24 hours ago, 14 million miles away. We're going to be talking about that. That's the plan at 10 o'clock.
That's going to be very interesting. So this is yep, exactly
not
1 hour from now, and I will provide the link.
So it's myself, Mellows, and a friend of mine called Amanda's Adventures, who'll be with us as well. And Amanda and her husband talk to the guys on the space station up in our atmosphere. So I've brought her on board as well, and she's going to have a chat about it as well. It'll be cool. Yeah, it's plan. Rest and everything.
Cool, honestly.
Apparently, they sent a dart up. Tell you what, if you played darts with that sort of money, I wouldn't mind a share.
They did, and they spent $320 million doing it too.
Yeah, I wonder if I can sharpen the tip for the next one. I mean, what a waste of money. But hey, it's the way it goes.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to drop down. My eyes are closing. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning, so my apologies.
No, don't
I'd
apologize.
love to stay to the end, and I'd love to go over to Mrs. J's later on. If I'm still awake, I'll certainly listen into it, but I think I'm going to end up falling asleep soon. So I just want to say thanks for all of your support, and thank you for those wonderful people who've shown the love and gone over to the channel. Look out for the notifications tomorrow. There's a couple of premieres going. They are linked to Friday night show with Bear. But thanks very much. Cheers, guys. Will, you're a star as always. And you, Nick.
Yes, I'm a collapsed dwarf star turned into a black hole.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for that, Grim. Grim, thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's Grim Reaper
no
Radio
problem.
Show, everybody.
Good night, guys.
I need you guys to go over right now to Grim Reaper Radio Show's channel. It's the top link in this description. I need you to show him some love. He's going to have an amazing debate with Britain Audits, as well as premiering 2 videos tomorrow. Let's help him get over 1,000 subscribers. It's the top link in the description. So there goes Bear. Everyone go subscribe to Bear. Grim. I haven't been eating so much, guys. I had to take a little soup. I'm not all there. Now let's talk about this, and this is something that's cool to talk about because we got our UK folk in the house. Royal demotion. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle knocked to bottom of totem pole on official family website. What do you guys have to say about that?
You don't want to get. You don't want to hear me.
I do. You know I do.
I'll probably get you banned off again.
Okay, we'll save that for psyop.tv. We'll save that for psyop.
So can you repeat the question, please, Will? So I was just putting the links in the chat. What was that?
Well, we got a lot going on, so I'll make it even a more broader question for everybody. The article is Royal Demotion, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle knocked to bottom totem pole on family website. But we got a lot going on with the royal family. We got King Charles with his ties to Jimmy Savile, the Queen passing. We have the racism, Prince Andrew. What's going on over there?
Well, Prince Andrew's been given his titles. He's the Earl of Inverness now, isn't he? I think he's now known as the Loch Ness Noncer.
The Loch Ness Noncer.
The joke, by the way. You know.
I actually thought when Mellows told me that he'd got his titles back and he was the Earl of Inverness, I thought he was joking. I actually thought he was joking. He's not joking.
Yeah, no, it's a joke, isn't it? It really is.
It's like, what the fuck? The only reason why this is got to be is because Charlie's covering up for his own ass because of being
The same way inclined.
yeah.
Because let's be honest, in the sense of for anyone that I don't know, like anyone gives a shit, but they should, and they're kind of pissing on their mother's memory, really.
Yeah.
I think it was a big thing probably for her to have to strip him from his titles in the first place, right? And she should never have had to have necessarily been put through that. And so she's gone and stripped them, and the minute fucking she's no longer about, within a week or two, he's given titles back.
Yeah.
Right.
He did it within a
Just
week.
goes to show what facade it is, doesn't it?
Yeah. And we're paying for it every day.
I've always believed that kings and queens belong in history books and fairy tales. We've got no need for them in this day and age.
Absolutely.
Yeah, listen, I told you, man. I agree with everything you say, but I'm going to say I believe we should keep our monarchy for no more than tradition, man. Like, we've had too many of our traditions in this country stripped from us. Like, I think, like, once you take that monarchy, what's left of our country anymore? Really? I get what you're saying there and everything, like, the kind of, like, the royal family are based on. It's not great, but it's just my opinion. Tradition's quite important.
That's true, but there are some traditions that I think are outdated, like slavery. We can go with that tradition. Sacrificing people.
Okay.
Aztecs and mine. My problem with the royal family is, first of all, I'm an anarchist. I'm a voluntarist. I don't believe we should have any rulers, especially kings or queens. Now, I do understand, and I talk to a lot of people from the UK too, and a lot of people say, well, it's for tourism, it's for tourism. Ain't nobody goes to England to see the Queen, but they can't, even if they want to, they're not going to get an audience with the Queen anyways. But yeah, I do heed your point on certain traditions. I think we're living in a world that is questioning traditions and throwing a lot of bad traditions out, but I also think that there's some traditions that we should keep. And I think that's a great point, Bear, because There's a lot of stuff that's just they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, in my opinion. And Futoy, welcome to the stream, brother. How are you today?
Hey guys, can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yay. Hello, dude.
Well, do you know what it is, mate? I feel like, seriously, if we hadn't have like lost so much of our own culture and our own, then maybe it wouldn't be such a big thing. But we've already lost so much, man, that I just feel like there ain't much left of our traditions anymore. And once you take that away, you think there's much left tradition-wise at all in England and the rest of Britain, to be honest.
I can kind of see that point. Like when you think of England, you think of the royal family, you think of the palaces, the crown jewels, the carriageway, you know. But then there's also the other part, you know.
I agree with all that. I agree with all that too. I do.
You
So
know.
it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
she said. Another thing is
They're completely different people. The Queen, she was born from a generation who suffered very much, even though she was protected because she was in the royal family. But her family was very much in the spotlight, right? And she was a different class. She was from a different generation,
a different breed from the rest, didn't she? I always did that.
Entitled. I don't want to say what I want to say, but this entitled douche, right, is nowhere near, not even a scratch, right? He doesn't care about his subjects, right? He owns everybody. He doesn't serve them. Everyone's there to serve him. He's entitled. The guy's like he's bred and groomed for this, right?
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Different generation.
I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true, but I heard a story that he dropped something in the bin and he wanted it back up, so he called one of the butlers to come and take it out of the bin and hand it to him.
Because it's beneath him. He can't put his hand in a bin. He's the king. He's the prince, right? This guy, right? He would be the last person on earth to have as the ruler of this country, right? He's a narcissist. He's a psychopath. The guy, you know what? I don't really want to say anymore because this is Will's channel.
I have to agree with you, man. Like, I'd have to agree, mate, on a lot of what you're saying there.
Like, there was a lot of atrocities, but, like, for the Queen, like, somebody asked me what do I think of the Queen, and I had to say that I had to give her respect for being the head of a nation. She's the head of a nation, regardless of the politics behind it, you know?
Well, I also struggle, because as much as I say it's important for tradition, now the Queen's gone, mate, any kind of respect that I might have had for the monarchy died along with her, mate. Like Mello's just said, she was a bit of a different breed than the rest of them, man. And that whole family, man, look at them over the years. They've all brought fucking shame across that woman, haven't they, to be honest?
Yeah, I mean, Futoy, have some respect for Kim Jong-il. He's the head of the state. Okay?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
He's the head of the state, right? So have a little respect for Mussolini. But yeah, and
on that point, Will. Sorry, go ahead.
It's even a good thing that we're just having these discussions, right? Because nobody's having these discussions on the mainstream news. So I want to give a shout out right quick to Local Experimentalist UK. Hey, what's up, Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative? Thank you for all your help. Who else? I've never talked to Master Ronovich from Russia. The Royals are heavily invested in the WEF. Oh yeah, they're all part of the same group, the Bilderberg clan. That's a thing. But we're having a great conversation. But keeping it in the UK, but still moving on here. This is from Barron's. If you want to score home, UA economy is having a meltdown, and we're seeing that here. The Bank of England had to intervene. What's going on with the economy? Do you guys see it getting worse? Do you see it getting better? What's it like over there in the UK right now?
We're getting mugged. We're getting outright mugged by a bunch of gangsters. That's what I say. Everything's gone up. Everything's gone up.
Yeah, man. While as I said the other day on a panel, companies like BP are making some of their biggest profits ever. So it's not costing them anymore. They're making some of their biggest profits ever. So someone somewhere is laughing at all of us right now. while all of us are wondering how we're going to get through this winter. And I definitely feel more for the elderly that are probably on tight pensions and things like that, that they're really going to struggle,
Yeah, like the political party over here that are in power at the moment, their leaders are being paid 750 or 730 around that mark euros a day, right? And they put out a statement that they said this winter you'll have to tighten your belts and use less fuel. These people, like at 750 euros a day, are telling the struggling people of this nation to tighten their belts. How can that be right? It's such
I mean, me and Mellows, we're looking at something, right? We've been looking at some things that I can go out and I can be highlighting and covering. And just for instance, we were looking at a hospital that they're on about taking a hospital, a fully functioning hospital. They're on about taking it from where it is and relocating it. But in order for them to do that, it's going to cost them £500 million to do that.
Cost
But
you,
we're being told that we've got no money. But they want to relocate a hospital that there's nothing wrong with, and they want to relocate it, and it's going to cost them £500 million. Just keep it where it is. It's not going to cost you £500 million to keep it where it is. But yet they're telling us we've got no money, and they're doing silly little things like that's just one example of where £500 million of our money is going to go to. It's going to go to moving a hospital from one location to another. It's ridiculous. But they've got no money.
They're so out of touch with reality. It's crazy, you know.
I mean, come on, what can we do with £500 million?
Right.
You know what I mean? They were willing to spend that on moving a hospital. Crazy.
It's because, like Will said today, the money, some of that millions can be shuffled up and diverted into somebody's pocket.
Who gets the contract to build the places?
Like that bridge you were talking about today, Will.
Yeah, so we got a bridge here in Providence, Rhode Island, my hometown. It's just a bridge. It's mostly made of wood, and there is metal there. And Providence is not the best city in the world. It's not the worst city in the world by any stretch of the imagination. But we got our problems with schools, with homelessness, with crime, gangs, drugs, all that shit. Anything that a decent sized city deals with. And instead of them, and I'm not even for this, but instead of them spending money on education or the homeless or whatever, they just go out and pay $21 million for a bridge. $21 million. I mean, we could have bought a small island for that. We could have bought a F-22 Raptor for that, right? But we unfortunately didn't. And this is what we get when we leave these people in charge and nobody keeps tabs on them. And that's why we do what we do here. That's why I have this panel on, is because we're keeping tabs on these people. We're trying to expose, because as we talked with New Jersey Watchmen and so many of our guests in the past, but we spoke to New Jersey Watchmen yesterday, the media is supposed to be doing their job to expose corruption. But they don't do that. They work hand in hand with the government. So we have to do this. We have to expose that, and we have to be the media. We have to create our own economy and so on and so forth. And that brings me to my next point, which is here on screen, also the top link in the description right now, and I'm going to put it in the chat as well, is Mrs. J's channel. So in about 40 minutes, Mellows and Mrs. J are going to do a live stream on this channel. I'll be over there too, listening in the comments. I want you guys to go over there and watch with me. Subscribe to Mrs. J's channel.
Awesome.
Mrs. J has an amazing channel. She does a lot of different things. Mrs. J, if you could tell us about your channel. And again, they're going to be talking about the latest episodes from NASA and stuff like that. Roger is saying his channel. Everyone go check out Roger too. I love you too, and I love the Netherlands. Roger, message me, and we'll see what we can't do with those trolls. But yeah, Miss J, tell us. I know you've been on this channel many times. Tell people about your channel, whoever's new or may have forgotten.
Today we're doing live this evening at 10 on NASA being fantastically able to shoot a little tiny metal refrigerator into space, and it hit the meteor asteroid, and it's moved it 1 millimeter across of its orbit, and they can do all of that from 14 million miles away. That's what we're talking about tonight.
That's pretty amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but that millimeter translates into a good distance over millions of miles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 millimeter.
Trust me out there, ladies. 1 millimeter can make a difference, okay? And I know. All right? So, not as small as you think. So, yeah, we got a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world today. Everyone go subscribe to Mrs. J right now. Please do it. Please leave me a comment. Open up another tab. Subscribe to Mrs. J. Link is a top link. I'll put it back in the chat. Again, top link in the description is also on screen. She's got 320. Let's get her to 500 today. All right, we got Bask. Go ahead, Miss J. Sorry about that.
Mrs. J's channel is like a little gem. It's like a little hidden gem. You should subscribe and see what I'm talking about.
You have to subscribe. That's the command. Hang on.
Lots of little things going on in my head that go on my channel. My psyop is completely different. It's more what I think. So if you subscribe to my psyop, you see more into my brain and what I'm thinking about. Whereas
no holds barred.
Yeah, this one, and whereas YouTube, we are fluffy. I'm more like a Tyrannosaurus Rex on my psyop channel.
Psyop TV, guys. It's the next big thing.
It is.
Get on board now.
I'm quite excited for psyop. I'm not gonna lie.
So cool,
Hell yeah!
really
Hell
cool.
yeah!
It, you know, especially as a content creator, and as Will touched on, we have to watch very much on these platforms with certain things that we're saying and we're posting up. Over there, we're free to do as we please. You know, so
to do what we want.
you guys will probably be able to see things over there that we're not able to deliver for you over here. That just kind of in itself opens up a whole new avenue, really. So I'm quite excited for it, and I hope everyone kind of gets on board. And like I say, okay, you know, there's limited stuff on there now, but everyone, you know, there's a few people I know that we're all signed up now, and people are ready to upload content. So tell your friends about it, psyop. You know, if people like YouTube but they want to see something that's maybe a little bit more touchy or a little bit more explicit, then psyop's the place, man. Psyop's the place.
Yep.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I'm
Will,
very yes.
Would you say your channel, let's talk about your channel just for now, is all inclusive? Includes everybody.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So shouldn't one day a week at least we should be partisan and violent, just to include those people?
Well,
say Bloodshed Thursday. Sound good?
That's a good question. I'm inclusive to anybody that wants to watch.
Bloodshed Thursday.
Okay, see, Futoy, we're gonna get destroyed because of you. We're not even gonna get to psyop, you idiot. Scott, I'm gonna address you in a second. And the answer is no. Anybody can watch, but we shouldn't promote violence. And the reason why is it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not the right thing to do. It's not practical. It's not pragmatic. It's exactly what they want us to do. And one of those ways of voting, one of those ways of violence is actually voting. Yeah, how many people actually knew that voting is violence? Press 1 in the chat if you did. Press 2 if you didn't. Now, I'm going to take a second to address Scott Neiman. Scott, welcome to the stream. Nothing personal against you. Now, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. And as I always famously say, or not so famously say, we can't vote our way out of this. I don't care if we have Jesus Christ and Gandhi for 12 years straight. Unless we get rid of the CIA, the Federal Reserve, the NSA, and the rest of those alphabet boys, it doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. So Scott is saying Trump 2024. Well, Trump bragged about being warp speed, bringing you the cootie shot. Trump said on video, he said, first we take the guns, then we worry about due process. If Obama would have said that, he would be up in arms. Trump is the one that signed the executive order, which allowed the governors to shut down their states. He sat back there and watched while people were getting arrested for going to church. People were getting arrested at funerals. People were getting arrested for opening their businesses, and he did nothing. On top of that, he said he was going to drain the swamp. Then he said he was going to put Hillary in prison. That didn't happen. Then he said he was going to build a wall, which I don't agree with. That didn't happen. Then he said he was going to drain the swamp. But instead of draining the swamp, he hung out with Henry Kissinger. He hired Wilbur Ross, who was a Rothschild banker, Epstein friend, and somebody that bailed him out in the past, as well as a Bilderberg member. Instead of destroying the Bilderberg group, he sent people to Bilderberg.
And what about Putin? He's Putin's buddy.
He's
right?
Putin. Forget that. Forget that. People saying America first. He put Israel first. He put these other countries first. Not only that, he hired. You talk about draining the swamp. He hired Skull and Bonesman, Steve Mnuchin. He hired all of Epstein's friends. He hired Epstein's to the White House. Literally, Alex Acosta had to resign because he gave Epstein the sweetheart deal. Trump actually knew Epstein was diddling kids for 10 years, and he did nothing. He kept all the illegal wars. He kept the NSA spying. John F. Kennedy said, I will shatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces. He said, nobody loves the CIA more than me. They're great. I don't care about draining the swamp. Trump is a war criminal. He banned more gun parts than Obama. So what the hell are you thinking? No offense, Scott Negan, Trump 2024. What is wrong with you? No offense. No offense.
Space Force. Space Force. You've got Space Force.
That's right. I forgot about Space Force. So now we don't. So now we're up here. We got NASA, Trump, and Space Force.
Here comes Space Force.
£22 trillion that he signed. He's never signed anything with a T on it before.
Well, I thought American presidents can only serve 2 terms.
Yes. However, that was put into place. It was kind of just a polite thing to do after George Washington. Nobody served
consecutive.
Nobody served 2 terms. Grover Cleveland is the first and only president that I can recall, at least off the top of my head, to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. Also, and talking about DeSantis, he's a Israel firster too. He actually claims he likes free speech, but he actually is against. He actually criminalized freedom of speech, and he's inviting all these Israeli companies to come there into Florida. So Ron DeSantis is another piece of trash. Maybe he will be POTUS, but who knows? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought reading that comment there. Sorry about that. What was I saying?
He's pro-VA, blah blah blah.
Trump and more.
Before DeSantis, what were we talking about? My apologies. I'm always distractible, but lately I'm even worse because I haven't been eating and sleeping right. But I'm getting back to it.
Trump banned more gun parts than.
Yeah, and so we're talking about Trump, and then Rudy. He's friends with Rudy Giuliani, and then all of a sudden, Rudy Giuliani is like, people like him. Did you forget? Thank you, Patrick Belmar, which means beautiful ocean, I believe. Destroy the crime. Rudy destroyed the crime scene. Giuliani 9/11. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I could tell you a few more things I'd like to say about these people, but you're gonna have to join me on psyop.tv for that. So yeah, this is the thing, guys. And don't get me wrong, I'm no fan of Joe Biden either. No fan of Hillary Clinton. I'm no fan of Obama, Bush, any of these fools. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Presidencies. Yeah. So FDR, who also was one of the most tyrannical presidents we ever had. He locked up Japanese Americans in concentration camps. He burned farmers' crops during the Great Depression. He socialized and communized the United States more than anybody else. And he worked with the Rockefellers on record in the White House illegally to create the United Nations, to create the post-World War world. And so he served for 2. Then there was no technical law against it. So he served for 3, and then he ran for 4 during the course of the war, and he passed on shortly into his 4th term. And then after that, they passed a law saying you can only serve 2 terms. But to my greater point here, which I think is even more important, is, even if it was in the UK and we somehow got a benevolent king in there, or a benevolent queen, or a ruler, or whatever, same thing here in the US. It doesn't make a difference. The CIA has poisoned children's milk. They've assassinated and overthrown foreign governments and leaders. They do all sorts of shit, the Federal Reserve. So you can have the best people in charge, but if they're not overseeing the CIA, then it doesn't make a difference. So that's what I'm saying. We're not going to vote our way out of this problem, unfortunately. We have to try to do other non-violent ways to do this. And I'd like to open it up to the chat as well as the panel here and see what are some solutions that we can think about here that we can do, because voting is just not going to happen. It's not, don't work. That's a good point too. Let's talk about this. E brings up 150 food processing plants burned. I can't confirm or deny that number, but we have been seeing a lot of production and food processing plants, coincidentally, are not going down. What's y'all take on that?
Another food processing plant just got burnt down in Paris the other day. Marketplace was quite a big blaze as well, apparently. If you can bring that up. And then there's the chicken farm in the States that produced over 1 million eggs a day. That one went up in flames. And the cattle farm, there was a cattle farm in the States again. They had to, I don't know, it's gone crazy. It's like all the food production manufacturer suppliers around the world are diminishing. They're all catching. It's like a pandemic all over again.
Absolutely. We got a comment here. Get your questions and comments in too, or points here to the chat. Any questions, any comments, any solutions, put them in here. Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative says, do like Adam Kokesh, let the government pay for organizing like-minded people. I don't know what you mean by pay. I did talk to Kokesh recently. He's not doing any interviews or anything. I tried to get him back on the show. He's just focusing on himself and leaving Babylon. He's got a great thing going over there. We're talking about killing or eating bugs the other day. We've been talking about that. So get your questions or comments in the chat. I'm going to answer this first question and I'll open it up to the panel. So get your questions in there for everybody. Again, we're here with Theo. We're here with Nick. We're here with Food Toy, Mrs. J and Mellows, Theo. They're going to be doing a video in less than a half hour's time, which we will link directly to, about NASA and the weird shit going on in space. We'll leave it at that. And I want all of us to go over there. I'm going to grab my vegan-friendly popcorn and be in the chat like Michael Jackson, right? You know what I'm saying? On the gift. Here's a question thank you for the question, Homer, OCMGG. I wonder what OCMGG stands for. Oh, cool. Okay, so good afternoon, all. If I may ask, Will, do you believe if all the world's leaders band together, or is someone pulling all their strings? It's a very good question, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend to understand the power dynamics of the world's elite. What I can tell you from my years of research and also interviewing other people and also boots on the ground is that there are certain sectors which we can agree are the top groups in power. Now, are they fighting each other for control? Are they working in collective? Is it a little bit of both? Not sure, because I'm not up there. But what I would say is the Bilderberg Group. I'll put this up on screen. There's a group called the Bilderberg Group. Yep, I'm not sure. No, what, the Build-A-Bear Group, Will? You're talking about the Build-A-Bear? I wish I had $1 for every time someone said the Build-A-Bear Group. Oh, no. It's a group. It was created, put it up on screen. Now, this is one of the things that
it's Build-A-Bear Britain Audits instead.
It's Build-A-Bear Britain Audits. Bilderberg Britain Audits.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Carl and Alison, Positive Audio, Liverpool. How's it going, mates? Everybody, subscribe to Carl and Alison, Positive Audio, Liverpool. It's a very positive channel, really putting out good music with the good vibrations for longevity of life. That's for sure.
How you doing, Carl? Alison?
I did not approve that. My legal team is going to be all over.
Food Toy, can I hire you as my salesman?
No, I love those guys. I love that. Really, I do. I love Carl and Allison. They're awesome.
Well, I trust
Big up Cameron.
I trust Food Toy, so everyone go over and check out Carl and Allison, Positive Liverpool. Okay, so
CNA, I was only talking about you earlier on today. Can you message me in Telegram? That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Just about the meat factories, just in case we move on, can I just bring up a point that's really ticking me off, that's pissing me off, right? What they're doing over here, right, is they're telling the farmers to produce less meat, right? Now, what they're doing abroad, what we're going to have to do is import meat, right? And we have really good meat over here, grass-fed, really good, healthy beef. Now, what we're going to have to do because of these cuts, and they're making these cuts so we can meet the the pollution quota, right? The global warming pollution quota. So that's why we're doing it. But what we're going to have to do to make up for that is import meat, right? Guess from where? The Amazon, because the Amazon have now upped their production of meat by 5 to 10%. So they're cutting down the Amazon to put fucking farting cows, right? Where countries around the world are lessening their meat to meet the quota. And then we're going to buy that shitty beef. God knows what's in it, because they're not regulated the same as we are over here.
That's it, Food Toy. Yeah.
Food Toy is that we actually subsidize the transportation cost to and from South America by way of the Trans-Atlantic and Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement.
Yeah, it's so
we subsidize the cost of the transportation of the meat.
We're losing you. We're losing you.
Well, you'll see British meat on the shelf at the same price as foreign meat. You know, it's clearly cost a lot more money to bring in foreign meat than it is to,
Yeah, and it's not helping the environment at all. It's worse for the environment.
I mean, look at New Zealand lamb, which comes from halfway across the world, right? And you see it on the shelf next to British lamb, and British lamb is more expensive. I mean, how do you work that out?
Right.
Clearly, we're subsidizing the transportation costs in order for them to compete on the market. And then the people who own these animal farms in New Zealand are, guess who? Yeah, the same people in the House of Lords, right? And who owns the transportation companies that get subsidized to transport these foods to and from these countries? Yeah, same people, right? Same shares, same people. Follow the money.
Follow the money. Exactly.
That's exactly right. Journalism 101, follow the money. And that leads right into the point I was making. Thank you again for the question. I believe it was Homer. Who runs stuff? Are they all work together or not? So the Bilderberg Group, amongst other groups, but the Bilderberg Group, in my opinion, is the highest centralization of power that we know of. Now, there's others that are arguably there. Some people say it's the Masons. Some people say it's the Vatican. Some people say it's the World Economic Forum. But what we have to understand is a lot of these groups work with one another, publicly and probably privately. But the Bilderberg Group, when I first started talking about the Bilderberg Group, it was still a conspiracy. People didn't even believe it exists. The news, except for a few people, nobody really talked about it. And they said it didn't exist. And now, as you can see, the top hit is their official website. So I've been vindicated. There is a such thing as the Bilderberg Group. Well, what is the Bilderberg Group? We're going to click on their Wikipedia. I'm not going to do a deep dive on them, but this group was created in 1954 in Oosterbeek, Holland, and it was created by the Royal Family of England, the Royal Family of the Netherlands, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and two Nazis. One of them was...
Thanks, Rogier Hop. Thanks a lot, Rogier Hop.
Well, hey. Well, yeah, Ireland... Some Irish people joined afterwards, but I'm just going to show you some of the participants here. Same thing with the Council on Foreign Relations. We've gone over their membership as well, but I'm just going to show you some of the people that are involved in this, right? Really quick, just to show you these things. So it's an illegal meeting. Every single year they meet illegally, at least according to the United States Constitution and the Logan Act here in the United States. People say there's no such thing as a conspiracy. Well, the definition of a conspiracy is two or more people getting together to do something negative. Great. Well, this is a group of two or more people getting together, and they admit, Valerie Destang admits that they have plans and orchestrated policy there, which is illegal, negatively affecting us. So we have every year the world's elite meeting illegally to do negative stuff. And wow, let's see the list of the members here. I guess we have to go to the list. See the full list of members. So yes, this is an actual. People say, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist." Well, this is a conspiracy right here. This is not. This is true. And let's see. Let's just look through some of these people here that we got. If I can get down here. So I'm talking about the creme de la creme of. Oh, here it is. Participants. They changed the Wikipedia around since I've been here, and you can verify these people on the same on their own website and so forth. But look, you have to go through all politics. I mean, sorry, my page is taking stupid long to load. All right. What is good?
Well, I've got to drop out for 5 minutes. Well, I might actually just drop out and then I'll see it.
We're gonna. Sounds good. Yeah. So in 20 minutes, Mrs. J's gonna go live. We're gonna go. We're talking shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and get coffee and stuff.
Yeah, go get ready. Mrs. J's gonna go get ready.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. We love you, Miss J. All right. So
Bye.
Well, we'll get into the next question or comment after this, but I just want to show you guys, especially for the new people or people that don't know, this is very important. Here are some of the people that have been to this Nazi group. King Philip of Belgium, Prince Charles, now King Charles, Philip, right? These wizards here, Queen Beatrix and Bernhard of the Netherlands, King William of the Netherlands, King of Norway, King of Spain. Then look,
I gotta pop out.
Who else we got? Gordon Campbell. All right, player. I'll see you soon. Look, we got Pierre Trudeau, Justin Blackface's father, right? We got, I'm going to skip some of these names. They're important names too. But I mean, take a look. Emmanuel Macron, also a Rothschild banker, right? Georges Pompidou, right? And then Germany, Angela Merkel, Helmut Schmidt, Klaus Schwab. Oh, weird. Klaus Schwab. It's weird to see his name here, or is it? No, it's not. Right? So these are these groups. These are the interlocking groups. But look, you can see what I'm just going to go to the United States. We'll do Netherlands, Mark Root, so you know, but just because most of my audience is here in the United States, we'll do United Kingdom too, because we got United Kingdoms, right? So look, these are just some of the names. Shirley Williams. Shirley can't be serious. Yes, I am. And stop calling me Shirley. We got Ed Balls, Peter Carrington. You guys ever heard of those guys? I don't know. Maybe you ever heard of Dennis Healy? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. What about Malcolm Rifkin, right? What about Tony Blair? You ever heard of Tony Blair? The guy that freaking, oh my gosh, let's save that for PSYOP. Gordon Brown, you ever heard of that piece of trash? You ever heard of this piece of trash? Ed, you ever heard of Margaret Thatcher, David Cameron? Yeah, I have. All right, and rounding off here with the United States. Let's see, Sandy Berger, Hillary, my first woman crush ever, Clinton, right? Oh, Henry Kissinger. That's a shocker. Whoa. Sorry. Henry Kissinger. It's a big shock. What's going on here? And that's not even the financial institutions, right? Governors, Bill Clinton, on and on and on. So you guys get the point. You get the point. Jared Kushner, you know what I'm saying? So for you Trump fans out there, these are the people that we're dealing with. All right. So let's open this question up to Mellows and Bear here. I'll let you guys take this one first. This is from Rogier Hop. Please, everyone, go support Rogier Hop. He's out in the Netherlands. He's basically the better-looking version of Fake Mike out in the Netherlands, confronting the shit out of people. 2 questions. What do we think of the Nord Stream pipeline gas leak, and what do you think about the Iran revolt? Bear, why don't you lead us off on this one? Oh, and I didn't even know Futo was still there, so Futo, you'll go last this time. Ha, ha, ha.
I don't really know much about the first one, to be honest, to do with the pipeline gas leak. Haven't been following it. To do with the Iran revolt, what's going on around there at the moment. Again, I haven't really been following it other than what kind of kicked it off. And, you know, it's disgusting to think that this day and age, anywhere in the world, that somebody's subjected to that kind of violence because they're not dressed in apparently the appropriate way. so yeah, I can't really say too much on it, to be honest, because I haven't really been covering it. I haven't been looking into it. So I'm probably not really the best person to ask on these two issues, if I'm honest.
Same here, quite frankly. I will get a point in at the end, but yeah, I haven't done any research. I've seen some things. Somebody said that there was a German ship in the area at the time that could have been doing something. I don't know. I haven't even looked into it. They were looking on the maritime app that Mrs. J knows about, Titus Frost knows about. What's your take on this, Theo?
I mean, it was clear it was going to happen. Anybody that was doubted that Putin would turn the pipe off, right? It was just clearly mistaken. Whether he turned it off, or whether someone damaged it and there's a leak or whatever the case may be, it was clearly done on purpose, right? And the people who are going to benefit from it, I mean, again, follow the money, right? So who's going to make tons of money, right, during this winter? Who's just benefited from a tax cut, right, in order to encourage investments, right? And who's going to and who just removed the bonus caps that they can give themselves for doing a job well done, while they're milking all these extortionate profits from the people. So, you know, it's all by design. It's all planned out. You know, we just knew it was going to happen. Who gets the blame for it or not? You know, it's just you know, kind of obvious who's going to get the blame for it, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, so at the end of the day, and what was the other one? The other one was
Iran.
Oh, yeah, well, that's Iran. Yeah, I think we've got to leave that one for PSYOP.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something on that. I wanted to say this too, Roger. If you want to, I was actually gonna invite Roger and Patrick up to the stream. I've never actually talked to Patrick, but we're actually gonna go in 15 minutes or less, and I'm gonna put the link up in the channel, the stream, in the chat. We're all gonna go over to Mrs. J's stream. Mellows are going to talk about NASA. Mellows and Mrs. J and another special guest are going to talk about NASA. I want to thank everybody for being here and spending time too, both in the chat and on the panel, man. We're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of stuff is going to be coming real soon. So make sure you're subscribed to Futoy. Make sure you're subscribed to Eyes on the Audit, especially Bear Britain Audits. His link is in the description. Let's help get Bear over 20,000. Shoot, I'm losing my train there. Oh yeah, so yeah, go ahead, Futoy. What's your take on this?
Yeah, besides the odd headline, I refuse to listen to fake news. Real Mike, fake news. It's their narrative. It's they're spinning it. They're telling you what to think, who to believe, who not to believe. All this. I just stopped listening to news about 10 years ago. You know.
And you're still as well informed and wise as ever. Well, I'll give my points on this. Like I said, I don't really know much about the what happened there. I'm going to let things develop and wait for more information to come out. I haven't really followed that. But like I said, I did get some information from one of my friends saying that during the time of that, and someone could go ahead and verify that if they're interested, there was a German tanker nearby on one of the maritime apps. As far as the Iranian Revolution goes, yeah, I think it's pretty complex, and I haven't researched this one, but I think I'd still be able to give a point here, which is one, anybody revolting against oppression and doing so non-violently, I'm their brother, their sister, or their whatever. I stand alongside them for whatever oppression, whether it's government, religious, or otherwise. If they're standing up, all the more to them. But as soon as I heard about the Iranian revolt again, which I did not research, I just can't help but have in the back of my head the Central Intelligence Agency. The Central Intelligence Agency in Iran, obviously, for many, many years have been interlinked, maybe inextricably linked. And I do know that whether something is organic and real or not, the CIA would use that and try to co-opt that too, because it's just the same thing here. Like they had Chinese and other, spies, Russian spies, Israeli spies, helping some of these movements here in the United States, whether they be January 6ers or Black Lives Matters or any and everything in between, to help destabilize, right? So I think it's probably a nuanced thing, but that's what I think. Laura's in the house, guys. Everyone go check out Consciousness Revolution. Big shout outs to Laura. Thank you for your help. Yes, and also go check out Rogier Hop, RHTV Live. I'm going to put his thing right on screen here. I want you to go check him out too. RHTV Live, his channel right there is up on screen. Does great work out in the Netherlands in that cesspool of everything.
I'll drop out, run this dog down before I jump on the live again.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks everyone in the chat. Speak to you guys. See you on the other side.
Hey, Patrick, send me an email, FakeMicRealNews@gmail.com, or find me on Instagram, FakeMicRealNews. My links are in the description below, Bear Britain and everybody's links. I'd like to talk to you more. You seem like a very bright person. Everybody in the chat, I mean, a lot of people you guys know. Yeah, exactly, Joshua. So I wanted to ask Futoy, what do you, because you have your channel too, Futoy. Tell people about what we can find on your channel.
Well, I suppose I have a lot of police corruption videos. I mirror a lot of auditors. And then I also have some fun stuff and some philosophical stuff and that sort of thing. That's on the Futo channel, but I've got 2 other channels coming in the works. I sent you that BBA, by the way, on Facebook.
Cool, man. I'll look at that after this, bro.
Awesome. So nothing much. It's a small channel. I'm just trying to figure out my way around. There's people out there like Will and Bear Britain who do it a lot better than I do. So I go subscribe to them. Watch them. I'm just finding my own way. Also, Rogier. How do you say it? Rogier.
Rogier, I believe.
Rogier Hop. There's a guy I'm going to definitely watch for political stuff because I do not trust mainstream news at all. Like, totally don't trust it. And I like to hear people like Rogier, Will, and Bear Britain give their feedback on it. I'm more of a supporter. I try to stay in the background as much as possible, but I do come on panels and stuff with some great people like you have here next to me. It's an honor and a privilege in my eyes to be up here with these guys and support them in any way I can. And if you guys don't want to be in the limelight and stuff, there's stuff you can do in the background. You can pop these guys a message and ask them, is there any way you can help in anything? Maybe your gifts are in graphic design or art or whatever it may be. Maybe you could also be part of the activism movement by bringing forward your gift, your talent, because we all have them, just in different ways.
That's exactly right. Futoy's link I'm putting on screen. It's in the chat. Please go over, subscribe. And also, it'll be the second link in the description here. I need you guys, once this video is done, I need you guys to go over and subscribe and support to every single link that is in this description. We're building our own community. We're building our own economy. Pardon me, folks. So, yeah, while we're here, anybody know any coders out there? We can do some quid pro quo. We can maybe even pay you to, probably pay you. So we need some coders. What else do we need? We need people that can do art, graffiti, right? We need everybody. I want to take a second before, because I got a final question here for Bear Britain, and then we're gonna say our goodbyes. But everybody, I want you to put. I believe, like Futoy says, we all have at least one, probably 2 talents. So what's y'all's talent in the chat, guys? What are your talents?
I tell you what, let's take it a step further for the people who want to do something, right? How about you drop Will an email just to say your name, what you do, what you would like to contribute, and how you would like to help the activism movement, how you could do something to pull your weight, or to do, sorry, wrong word, to do your thing for the movement. Just drop them an email, let them know, and maybe we can get your work out there, you know, to the world, to be on the right side of history.
Yeah, guys, any coders, anybody that has any talent, there's my email up on Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative. Says I have non-GMO sperm. That's good. That's always good to have. So Bear's awesome, man. Bear has got like over 2 million views in the last month. He's got over 4,000 subscribers. He's been doing videos on the military-industrial complex, Scientology. He's got video. Tell people about this is what I wanted to say too. Tell people about some of the videos that they can expect to see on Britain Audits coming up really soon, if you want to, because I know some of the things you don't want to give away too. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to spoil it, but tell people again.
Do you know what? What I will say is that the channel very much just started as an auditing channel, right? So it was kind of auditing the police, auditing security. As time's gone on, I've kind of want to steer more in the direction of kind of going out and approaching members of government. So even if it's like local MPs, we start with local MPs and things like that. I just think there's a whole world of corruption in every sector of life that you go step into, right? And there's a lot more than just, yes, the police need holding accountable. However, there's, like I said, I just feel like there's a lot more other matters that need highlighting. Over there in the US, you guys have been on the whole auditing thing for over 10 years now. So you're a little bit more ahead of us in that sense. But there needs to be more of it over here in the UK. And people need to start looking at other avenues and subjects that, yeah, maybe a little bit, you know, touchy subject, if you like. I think sometimes people don't cover certain things because they're worried about their channel and how safe their channel is. They'll lose their channel. Again, I go back to PsyOp TV. What we're doing over there is creating somewhere where we don't have to worry about that, you know. So we're quite fortunate that we're really gonna be able to capitalize on that, you know. So as I said earlier in this, I'm really looking forward to PsyOp TV and what we can do with that. And even also the live streams over there as well. That means we're going to be able to sit and debate and talk about things over there on PsyOp that we can't even sit here now on this live stream. You know, there's a few things we've been asked and we've said, like, look, we'll leave that for PsyOp. Again, we're fortunate that we've now got that platform where we can take things over there. So yeah, again, I'm just going to be looking at trying to hit things around my local councils, try and find a little bit more out about the lack of housing. We're told that like a lot of housing and that's going on and a lot of development, when the real truth of that is, yes, houses are being bought, but they're being sold off privately rather than being made affordable living houses, which is what we need right now. So somewhere, again, is sat there raking it in while promising all these affordable living houses, and they just haven't delivered. And it's something that over here, I haven't seen our mainstream media pick up on enough. So I'm going to take it upon myself to cover that, because we keep being told that there's a housing crisis. But on the same hand, we're being told at times that they're making housing development and that it's in the process and it's being made affordable. And as I say, that's not the case. When you follow these developments and then look at the people they're being sold off to, they're certainly not going off to your average member of the public. So yeah, that's kind of the direction for the next few weeks. I'm still going to be covering more of this protest camp down at UAV engines that are associated with Elbit. We'll be going down there on Friday with another big UK order in DJ Audits. So we're going to go down there and we're going to go stick a drone up above the site and it would just be quite ironic to see if they come out and you know, they don't like the fact that we're putting a drone above there when all we've got is a camera on our drone, while these guys are making drones with weapons on them. So yeah, hopefully that should make some good content. I'm going to go back down and make sure that the protesters have had no more trouble, and they've been everybody's respected their rights to protest. And yeah, that's kind of what's going to be coming up in the next few weeks, really, and hopefully some more Scientology as well. Will.
Good. Yeah, Bear's doing great work out there. So if you want to see the UK Scientologists freak out, you want to see the military-industrial complex, you want to see protests and audits, you got to check out Britain Audits. His links in the description. We're going to wrap this up right now. I'm going to spam this link in the comments, and it's also on screen. It's the top link now. The new top link on this is this video. We're all going over there. You're going to see me in the comments. Everyone go over, subscribe to Mrs. J, leave a comment. I'm spamming this. So everyone leave right now and go to this channel. I want to say thank you to Bear. I want to say thank you to Futoy. I want to say thank you to everybody that joined the panel today. Everyone click this link right now. It's in the description, and I will see you guys over there in the comments. Please enjoy this video. Please also subscribe to all the channels and all the links that we have in the description. Again, my email is up here. Please send me an email and let me know what you can help with. And what we can do is we help it. One hand washes the other. We got like 20, 15 people in there. We're helping each other. We help with this, they help with that. We all help each other. We're building our own community. So send me an email. Thank you guys. I'm going to spam it one last time. And so everyone go over to Mrs. J's channel right now, and I will see you guys later. Peace, folks. Peace. Go to Mrs. J's stream right now.